Wednesday, December 28th, and we just have 4 days left in 2022. I cannot believe it. Are you ready for the new year? Idalina, I saw the weather, and I don't want to steal your thunder, but I did see a sunny and 77, which was a beautiful, beautiful weather day.
Oh, most definitely. Today, if you have to get some yard work done, clean up anything from after the freeze, it's actually a really good day to do it, because by tomorrow, we're going to start to see some showers move into this area, but we'll take a look at that on your extended forecast here in just a minute. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at these temperatures. Voila, people, they are not in freezing territory. We have 50s on the board. Check that out. 58 right now in Hobby, 52 at Bush, 52 in the Woodlands, and 52 right now in Cypress. Now, for the rest of today, we are going to be seeing our temperatures move on up into the mid 70s. Look at that, 3 p.m. It's going to be glorious. There will be a few clouds streaming around because we are in a warm front right now, and with that warm front we will see some showers, and also by tomorrow, but also some breezy conditions. Just check this out. By Thursday on 2 p.m. winds are going to be into the 20s. We're going to have some stronger gusts, but as that warm front starts to move out of this area, our wind gusts by Friday, well, they're going to taper down. We're going to be in the single digits again, but they will be coming in from the north. Now, I know everybody wants to know about this weekend. Here's a look at our forecast, because it is New Year's weekend. New Year's Eve, we're looking at 73, partly cloudy skies. New Year's Day, 74, also some partly cloudy conditions. But now let's get to that rain. There is the possibility of seeing some showers and thunderstorms right there on Thursday. 80% chance. That means about 80% of us have the possibility of seeing some showers and possibly a strong thunderstorm. By Friday, that ticks down just a little bit to 60, but check out this, Jen, right here. I feel like Vanna White as I point out that lower line, 60s overnight. Goodbye freezing temperatures. I'm sure everybody is really excited about that.
No, so you said all of that great stuff, and then you're like, rain. It's like, wah, wah.
Well, it's not going to be too bad. We're going to have lots of cloud cover. We're going to have a few spotty showers on Thursday for tomorrow, and then by Thursday night, that's when we can see some stronger storms, but that's going to be during the nighttime hours when we're not out and about, hopefully, and not doing too many Christmas Day returns. I've only got one.
You only have one? I don't have any, but I got a lot of little, like, great things, like really neat things, and maybe a surfboard, which is really cool. But
that's awesome. I got a pot.
A pot?
Yes. I'm returning it.
You're so excited about a pot. Are you returning it for a pan?
Oh, no, sister, for some shoes.
Oh, see? Okay, no, I like that. That's good. All right, thanks, Cito. Have a good rest of your day. Now, it'll be another frustrating day for thousands of people who had their flights canceled. I really hope mine doesn't get canceled. But it's a Southwest Airlines issue, and many of them have been stranded for days in and around airports, just like ours, Houston Hobby. And that is where Seth Kovar is live this morning. So you were out in this chaos yesterday. It was madness. Is it the same today, or is it a little better?
Well, it's much more chaotic, in your words, yesterday. As you can see behind me, there is a line. In fact, this is the longest it's been all morning long. I've been here since 6, but it's not nearly as long as it was yesterday. It's worth mentioning that Southwest canceled 2/3 of its flights again today. They're looking to, in their words, rebalance the airline by rescheduling where planes are and where their crews are. I mentioned that long line yesterday. Let's go ahead and show you now the video that I recorded from this very position yesterday. What a difference a day makes. And kudos to the folks who were waiting in that line for keeping their cool. Frustration levels had to be high, but there's no word of any incidents. There's also no word on if these people will get reimbursed for their hotel rooms. Some of them had to book unexpectedly when their flights got canceled, among other expenses. Southwest is offering refunds, and they're helping people rebook flights with a new website that we have linked to our website, CW39.com. Now, the airline blames wintry weather in other parts of the country for so many cancellations on Christmas, Monday, yesterday, and today, and for the next several days for that matter. An air travel expert explains how that happens exactly, and she wonders if something else is at play here.
What we're seeing is certainly a result of the weather, but there are other factors at play which I don't think have fully come to light. And it could be as simple as the fact that airplanes were positioned in areas that weather impacted and they couldn't relocate the aircraft in a timely fashion.
We hope to someday find out why Southwest had to cancel so many more flights than any other airlines over that wintry weather. There is going to be that U.S. Department of Transportation investigation, and we'll bring you any results that they come out with. But it's worth repeating that over the next several days, Southwest will only be operating 1/3 of its flights, so there will be more cancellations. So it's important that you check your flight status before you head to the airport. We've made that easy on you. Go to our website again, CW39.com, and you can do just that. But Jen, I believe you're flying United, so hopefully you will not be in this boat when you take your travels recently.
I am, and I'm really hoping that I don't hit that chaos, but I am ready for it. I have 2 twins that will be in tow, and they're going to pack their patients in their backpacks.
Good luck.
And we should be fine. Thanks, Seth. And the chaos isn't just here in Texas, it's all over the nation. Colorama from our sister station in New York City caught up with Houstonians trying to make their way back home. Take a look.
For most passengers, travel is back to normal unless you booked your flight on Southwest Airlines. Eric and Nicole Merriweather's flight home to Houston was canceled, and with no help from the Southwest ticket counter, their patience is running thin.
They told us the next flight out is going to be January 1st. So how am I supposed to stay here for 5 days, for food, hotel? I don't live here. I live in Houston, Texas. So, January 1st is not going to cut it.
Southwest saga started Saturday, blaming the storm and air traffic control issues for canceling 5,000 flights over the last 4 days.
With those cancellations, and as a result, we end up with flight crews and airplanes that are out of place and not in the cities that they need to be in to continue to run our operations. So that is ultimately exactly how we ended up where we are. It's trying to get our flight crews back in the cities where they need to be to operate our flight schedule and reaccommodate everyone that we can.
The feds are now looking into why Southwest is the only U.S. airline seeing cancellations of this magnitude.
Their entire system crashed, and it was because of this lack of investment, and that's something that needs to be scrutinized.
A heartfelt airline apology isn't cutting it for frustrated passengers paying out of their pocket with no guarantee of being reimbursed for their trouble.
We mailed it in, how much for the hotel, but they didn't give us anything in writing.
And thousands are in the same boat.
What does this do to your holiday season?
It's probably going to be up there with one of the worst.
What a mess, and I hope he gets back home soon. Now to a bit of other news. President Joe Biden and his family will ring in the new year in the U.S. Virgin Islands. What a nice place to visit. The president and his wife, First Lady Jill Biden, flew from Washington on Tuesday to St. Croix, one of the 3 islands that make up that U.S. territory in the Caribbean. The Bidens were joined by their daughter and grandchildren. What a fun new year that will be. And how about a few $100 million for 2023? Maybe a giant mega million jackpot. It has grown larger than an estimated $640 million after another drawing without a winner. No one won the lottery's game's top prize Tuesday night, making it 21 straight drawings without a winner. And the next drawing will be Friday night. The largest lottery prize ever, $2.04 billion. That Powerball prize was won November 8th in California. And Dallas Mavs Luka Doncic's unreal stat line on his latest triple-double has gone viral. The superstar scored a franchise record 60 points with a personal best 21 rebounds and 10 assists. It's the first 60-20-10 triple-double in NBA history. Current and former NBA stars, along with current and former teammates, took to Twitter to marvel at the latest from the 3-time All-Star. Now, with COVID, a rise in RSV, and of course the flu, illnesses among this holiday season, and with so many sick, stores are seeing a shortage in over-the-counter medication. And our Mary Jane Baeza has more on this growing problem.
When Karina Blank's 2 young children became sick this Christmas, she made a stop at the pharmacy to pick up some medications, only to find empty shelves.
Just the stress of trying to find something, even ordering online, it's just not available. So, when you find a Tylenol or anything, you just kind of grab it because it's just not available. I've sent my husband out, either CVS, Walgreens, Amazon won't get here until in 2 weeks, beginning of January. So yeah, we've gotten a couple of supermarkets and stores.
While some stores have more products than others, you might not always find what you need. Brian Wachter, the senior vice president of the Retail Association of Nevada, Nevada, recommends to shop around or order online.
What we really need folks to do is buy one, especially if they're going to need it, buy what they're using in the immediate future, and maybe stop stocking up on 5 or 6 of them when the shelves are full.
He says certain products may be hard to come by due to labor issues, and this week's major snowstorm has delayed shipments across the country.
Aluminum is hard to come by at the moment because of labor challenges, because of supply, and so soda cans, soup cans, things that heavily have aluminum.
Dr. Jim Andrus, director of pediatric critical care in Summerlin, says he's seen a heavy winter virus season, which started much earlier this year.
Like any other viral illness, all of these are accompanied with fevers and cough and runny nose and things like that. So lots of the products that are normally on the shelves get taken up really quickly.
Dr. Andrus says it's important to stay on top of good hygiene practices, too.
And also, we still haven't even seen a big influx of influenza yet. We're just starting to see it.
Now, when we come back, how to be best dressed this New Year's Eve. And we sit down with Texas country music star Casey Donahew to discuss his New Year's Eve plans. All of that and more when we come back.
When couples cause chaos, Judge Mathis keeps the peace.
Can you divorce us right now?
Judge Mathis, next on CW 39 Houston.
You know Folgers as a home brew, but let's hear it for our hometown.
1, 2, ready, play!
Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. Folgers.
This week, America's fastest growing cable news network is all new.
Let's get after it.
Cuomo, 8/7 Central.
Here's the headline.
Banfield, 10/9 Central.
There may be a lot more information coming forward.
Cuomo, Banfield, all new, only on News Nation.
We were rear-ended. Everything happened just so fast. Calling Terry Bryan was just way lifted off our shoulders. From then on, they took care of everything. They just telling us right away, get yourself taken care of. Don't worry about anything else. That just made us feel great. I feel like I was part of a family. They made me feel like they knew me. I would definitely recommend them. My name is Josiah, and Terry Bryan stood up for me.
Call 713-973-8888. 713-973-8888.
It's the Rooms to Go Patio New Year's sale, and we're making the best time to be outside even better with big New Year's sale savings on incredible patio packages, like this stylish seating set on sale just $30 a month, or this set just $10.88 or $20 a month interest free. Because it's Rooms to Go, you don't just get amazing style, you get amazing Rooms to Go sale prices too. Plus 55-month interest free financing. The Rooms to Go Patio New Year's sale is going on now.
To the tooth grinders, the ice chewers, and the bottle openers. You are welcome here. At Jefferson Dental and Orthodontics, we get it. Life happens, and your teeth take a beating. We're here to meet you where you are, which means creating payment plans that work with your budget, whether you're insured or not. At Jefferson Dental and Orthodontics, all smiles are welcome here. Not just the perfect ones.
Call 1-800-475-7693 to schedule your appointment today.
For the news at 9, watch CW 39.
To know what's happening right now and to prepare you for tomorrow.
The team to trust every night at 9.
Watch ABC 13 Eyewitness News at 9 on CW 39 every night.
We're no one-hit wonder. Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. Folgers.
Welcome back. Now, Burleson native and Texas country music star Casey Donahew is trading in his house slippers and cozy night in this New Year's Eve to perform for you. Here's a look at what he's up to.
From the Texas music scene to a national stage and right to your television screen on New Year's Eve. This is where I'm gonna stay. Country music singer Casey Donahew helps us ring in the new year from Dallas with a personal concert. He spoke with Michael Yo and Nikki Novak about it. But what would he be doing if he wasn't performing for you?
If we're not playing, I'll probably go to sleep about 10:30, 10:45. I'll try to make it to the East Coast ball drop. But if we're playing, then like we played last year, and we threw it down a little bit.
Casey has had success as an independent artist with 21 #1 singles. He sells out venues all across the the country.
Let's make a love song.
Let's Make a Love Song was the most played independent song on country radio in 2019.
What's one artist in Texas that you looked up to growing up?
Oh man, you know, it's hard to get away from George Strait. I mean, he's the king. He's the coolest to ever do it, I think. And you know, I love Pat Green. He made it possible for independent artists to get out and chase their dreams without having to sell out to the industry, I guess.
But his guilty pleasure is still Las Vegas Strip headliner Bruno Mars.
I'm a Bruno Mars fan, I think, and I don't know, he's cool too, man. He's got that Prince vibe and just throws it down a little bit. I like it.
As you ring in 2023, Casey has a message of togetherness.
You know, let's all get along. I don't think people are that, I don't think everyone's that different. I just think we get driven in different directions, and we can, everyone, let's push back towards the middle a little bit.
Back toward the middle. Now, the season's triple virus threat notwithstanding, parties are back, and they've brought with them the potential for some dress code chaos. White tie, black tie, creative, festive, semi-formal, business casual. I can't even keep up. It might take some extra reentry energy to figure out these pre-pandemic guidelines in an exhausted world more used to sweats and sneakers. Now, Lizzie Post is the great-great-granddaughter of etiquette maven Emily Post, and she's the co-author of an updated etiquette guide that details what various dress codes mean. She says a lot of people seem to be happy for the opportunity to dress up, and I know I certainly am, and I am dying to read that book. Now, if you don't have anywhere to wear that fancy dress, here's an idea. Moody Gardens inviting all Houstonians to celebrate the weekend in a night to remember. There will be games, amazing food, and activities for younger children, teens, and parents. After the show, guests can explore the Festival of Lights trail and enjoy a warm cup of hot chocolate and cookies. The evening ends with an early New Year's countdown for the kids and the beach ball drop as hundreds of balls cascade from the ceiling to welcome the new year. For more information, visit moodygardens.org/New Year's. And when all the fun is said and done, it's time for New Year's resolutions, and most resolve to get in shape. As our Curtis Jackson reports, experts say that's a resolution you should keep if you make it.
Some want to quit smoking, or maybe quit drinking, or maybe you want to manage your money better. But it's no surprise that getting healthier is at the top of the list when it comes to New Year's resolutions.
People are always wanting to make a change for the new year. So fitness is kind of a go-to for people to want to change. So we definitely want to help people change, not just because it's a new year. You know, we want to help people change their overall lifestyle.
Poche says a common trend seen around the beginning of the year is folks slowly slipping away from their resolutions to live healthier.
Get a coach. A coach will help keep you accountable. A coach is going to help you do things that are right for your body, for your schedule, for your lifestyle. So a coach is a must.
Poche says although you can start in the gym, a healthy lifestyle goes way beyond that.
It's not just coming into the gym and checking that box. It's a lifestyle outside of the gym as well, as far as your nutrition, what you're putting into your body as well, habits that you have outside of the gym, being able to find a way to stay active, not just here, because you can't always come to the gym.
Something that won't be easy, but Poche says in the long run, it's worth it. So don't be afraid to take that leap into 2023.
Okay, real talk now. If you're a parent, resolving to get in shape and actually having the time to do it are two very different things. I should know, I have two little monsters. But medical experts say the solution is do it as a family. Family medicine doctor John Meyer says making New Year's resolutions together can increase accountability and success. But he says don't think too big. Small steps are easier to maintain long term. And if you're having trouble getting your kids on board, he says rather than making a structured family resolution, for example, to run a mile a day, reframe it as a daily commitment to simply getting your heart rate up, and then be prepared to get creative.
If your child really doesn't want to go outside and run or play sports, then trying to force your child to run around the track a mile, 2 miles every night is not going to work long term, because they'll stop at the minute you don't force them. And so, play to your kids' strengths, play to their interests.
Now, for example, Dr. Meyer says he's seen several patients lose significant amounts of weight playing virtual reality video games that get them up and moving. My son would love to hear that, but that is not happening. Now, when we come back, where you need to be for New Year's Eve and the top baby names of 2022. We'll be right back.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services.
Here are 3 things that every Texas biker should know. Respect the road, respect other bikers, and after a crash, call Terry Bryant. Call 713-973-8888.
I was driving home from work. A guy came and T-boned me. The person that hit me, their insurance company was being very aggressive. They were trying to get me to sign stuff. I didn't know what to do, so I called Jim Adler. I got to go out and buy a brand new car. It's actually safer for my family. I got to get medical attention. I got the help that I needed, so I'm very glad I called Jim Adler.
Stop! Don't sign anything until you talk to me. Let me hammer the insurance company for your paycheck and medical bill.
Call today, 713-777-4000.
So, which card game am I gonna beat you at tonight?
We ain't gotta play cards and get naked.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna get complicated.
This is how life goes when you fall in and out of love.
This is fire. He's trying to tear this whole program down.
What do we do when everyone finds out about us?
This is juicier than my soul.
You are not just a coach, you're a father. The only one some of these kids will ever know. You've always been the guy who looks out for people when nobody else will. This whole thing's unfair, man. I can't be a part of the lies.
The toxicity at this place ends with you.
You're asking me to blow up my entire life.
That's the worst thing, Billy. Never see the bad things coming.
What a night.
I wasn't sure if you were trying to seduce me or set me on fire.
It's like the wind. One moment it's at your back, and the next, it's changing direction.
All American. New episodes return Monday, January 23rd, only on the CW.
Opinionated, passionate, and educated woman.
Clever women are far more common than you think.
Whatever the Davidsons are up to, it's bigger than we thought.
Independence. No truer destination in the American West.
Walker Independence. New episodes return Thursday, January 12th, only on the CW.
Get Houston news that's happening right now. Local weather, traffic, and more right in your inbox. Sign up for the No Wait Weather and Traffic Daily Newsletter. Go to CW39.com/newsletter or just scan the QR code on your screen.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services.
People tell us all the time, I wish I called you right after my car crash. If you've been injured, don't wait. Don't miss out. Don't have regrets. Call Terry Bryant.
Apple shares sink on iPhone worries, and the chip shortage is easing. Jane King has those stories and more in today's Tech Report.
The world is now awash in computer chips. The oversupply marks a sharp turnaround from a global shortage during 2 years of supercharged demand. Now, this is good news for consumers who can get their hands on products from washing machines to laptops faster and sometimes more cheaply than a year ago. Well, the nation's tech titans lost an aggregate total of more than $430 billion as shares of their once hot companies plummeted this year. Tesla and Twitter boss Elon Musk's net worth nosedived $132 billion. Jeff Bezos lost $84 billion, followed by Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, whose wealth fell $81 billion. Well, Apple shares hit the lowest since June of 2021 on iPhone supply concerns. Recent weaknesses come as production halts at a major iPhone plant in China are contributing to a supply shortfall of Apple's flagship product. And customers of the failed cryptocurrency exchange FTX sued in bankruptcy court in hopes of being first in line to recover some of the billions lost in the meltdown. A group of 4 FTX customers asked a judge to rule their holdings in the Bahama-based exchange belong to them rather than FTX. Former CEO Sam Bankman-Fried is facing federal charges of wire fraud, securities fraud, and money laundering. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Tech Report.
Now, Christmas presents have been opened, food has been eaten, and it's time now for the cleanup. And that means recycling.
The most common thing that people recycle that shouldn't be recycled is any kind of packaging with a lot of glitter on it, especially around the holidays, whether you're having ribbon or bags. Having too much glitter on it, you're pretty much mixing paper and microplastics into one item, and so that's really difficult to separate and really difficult to recycle.
Now, experts at the Recycling Partnership, a national nonprofit, say holiday lights and tinsel are not meant to be in the recycle bin either and should be thrown in the trash instead. What you can do is recycle your cardboard and your regular wrapping paper. For your New Year's Eve party, separate a bin, making it easy for guests to recycle their glass bottles and aluminum cans. And today is National Call a Friend Day, a reminder to pick up the phone and check with someone you love. Research shows communicating over the phone or video chat builds stronger bonds than just a text or an email, and that's because hearing the other person's voice or seeing their face is an important factor in social connection. Additionally, studies have shown loneliness has a big physical consequence, including increased risk of death from heart disease and high blood pressure. Now, the Houston Health Department has released the most popular baby names of 2022. And can you guess what they are? Well, they're right there. You don't have to, because we have them. Of the nearly 62,000 babies born in 2022, the most popular boy names were Liam, followed by Noah, and the third, Mateo. For girls, the most popular is Emma, the second is Olivia, and the third is Camila. Now, a fun fact. Noah is actually the second most popular boy name in the world. I had no idea. The first is Muhammad, and the #1 girl name in the world, which I think is so cute, is Lily. How cute is that? I'm harassing my producers back there to tell me if they think these names are cute. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow on Houston Happens for lots more.